Hi, this is Tami Hewlett from Swimming and Stamps, and I am back to show you some techniques that I use with these watercolor stamps. Um, our next step on the February calendar is to build the banner that we're going to write February on. So we'll go to our stamps, and again, you want to select your Beautiful Today stamps. And let's see, we're going to use this banner right here, banner number 1. So let's drag that over. And it's pretty big, so we got to size it down a little bit. And you'll notice with these watercolor banners that they are see-through. And the little videos that come, I'm trying to get this the right size while I'm talking, the videos that come with this download talk about layering them so that you can turn the see-through stamps into more opaque stamps. And so I'm going to do a similar technique here. I am going to color this stamp white, and we're actually going to add, let me see, I wrote some notes here. There's going to be 6 white layers all pasted on top of each other. So here's our first layer, and what we're going to do is hit Edit, Copy, or you can also hit Control C. That does the same thing. And then instead of just pasting it, we're going to paste in place. So Edit, Paste in Place. Now we've got 2 of these items, and I wanted to show you, since we're kind of learning the page layers tool, if you click on that, you're going to see that you've got 2 white layers. So we're going to continue pasting in place, and you'll see that every time I do this, I'm getting another item popping up on this page layers. So we're going to keep doing it until we get 6 of them together. And one more time. And you can see that this is slowly becoming more and more opaque. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now I can't see this mat underneath. I can't see any of these objects that are underneath. Now I'm going to do the paste in place one more time and click on this top layer, and I'm going to change the color to Calypso Coral. And what's wrong with my computer? There we go. I think that's this one. Yeah. Okay, now you can see when I do this, it's a little light. So I actually decided that I wanted it to be a tad darker. So I pasted it in place. Whoops, let's just grab this one and copy it so we're copying the Calypso Coral one. And then edit, paste in place. So now it's darker, and I like that. Okay, but now over here on my layers palette, I have just got a ton of these banners. And what if I wanted to move them? What if I wanted to add a shadow? You know, there's a lot of things I might want to do later. So I actually like to group all these items together. So here's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take this white item at the very back, move it to the top, and click on that. If you accidentally move it when you click it, just go up here and say Edit, Undo, Move, because now and then your hand's shaky and you might do that. Now, because these are see-through stamps, if you add a drop shadow, you're going to see that drop shadow through it. I'll show you. So you can see how it turned a little gray, but if I move that shadowed item all the way to the back, I'm not going to see that gray anymore, and I'm actually going to get a shadow. So I kind of like that. So next, I want to start grabbing some of these other white banners. So I'm going to hold down Control or Shift, they both work, and I'm going to slowly just start grabbing, and it doesn't matter which white one. I'm going to start bringing them to the front, holding down Control, and trying to click on as many as I can. And I'm only doing the white ones right now. So let's say I've done about 4 by now. We can say Arrange Group. And whoops, I made a mistake there. I forgot to put it behind the orange ones. So let's say Ungroup. And I am going to now bring my orange ones up to the top. If you make a mistake like this is how you can fix it. Okay, now that I have the orange ones back on the top, I'm going to say Arrange Group. And you're going to see over here that the grouped items now are together. So you can tell which ones you haven't grouped together with them. So now let's bring up another white one. I'm going to hold the Control, shift that again, and move it back. And another white one. Hold Control, click it, move it back. Have I done them all almost? Oh, I got one more. Bring that one up, hold Control, click it, move it back. And now I'm going to grab my Calypso Coral ones on the front. So I got the one of them, and now I'm going to click on the last one, and hopefully I've got them all, and I'm going to say Arrange Group. Now they're all together. So now if I wanted to, I could resize it, I can move it, and they're not going to get all messed up and changed. So I really like doing that when I'm doing these multiple layers on my watercolored items. Now one thing I noticed that's different from my original is now I'm seeing that this darker color, this darker wash is really sticking out too much. So I'm actually going to change that by ungrouping those washes, and I move that big one up to the front, and I am going to click on that. First, you probably want to click off of everything. I'm going to make that one a lot smaller so it's not sticking down quite so much. And I think I'm going to like that a little bit better. So once I'm done, I can move it back and grab all the rest of my items by holding Control and moving them to the front, and then making sure they're in the right order and hitting Arrange and Group. And they're all back together again, and that looks a little bit better for my calendar. And I did a similar thing with the hearts. You can find the hearts over here. The first one I just simply colored Calypso Coral, and then for the second one that I layered on top of this, I put, let me look at my notes for a second here. I put 2, I think it was 2 white ones underneath it. So again, let's go back to the layers palette. We're going to stick this heart underneath the banner, kind of rotate it a teeny bit like this. And let's see, oh, it actually goes up a little bit like that. And then we're going to copy and paste that. I just use Control C, Control V, and rotate it a little bit to the side. And this time I am going to copy and paste that in place, and I'm going to change the color to white and put 2 white layers underneath this Calypso Coral. So we've got one, then copy that and paste it in place. And once you have the 2 white ones, put the Calypso Coral on top, and you're going to get that same effect that I showed. So once again, you're going to want to group all of these together by bringing them to the top, holding Control, clicking on them, then moving them back. And you can that way